Okay, finally we can start. Okay, let your body sit upright. Now keep the middle axis of the body straight. And imagine there's a small hook at the very top of your head. And hang your head in the air. And drop your shoulders. Drop all the inner organs. So your mind just stay with this upright body. Don't close your eyes. Just sit normally. Let this body to get used to the posture first. And dismiss all kinds of control over your body. And let this body be natural. Don't start meditation with controlling mind. Because usually we are already in the controlling mind. So before start meditation, we need to discontrol it. Let your diaphragm drop down. Don't control it. Don't make it tighten. And you let go this body, but stay with this body. And view this body as something not belong to you. It is of the nature. And be respect and humble. Respect your body. Respect is every breath. And just sit quietly and breathe normally. And just let your awareness and to stay with the present moment. Remember, because the present moment is flowing, you need to flow along with the present. Then you can be present. For everything, once you know, you need to let go immediately. Be present every moment and let go every moment. You just need to accompany this body and do nothing. Just know every present moment. And just keep your awareness present. It is this body breathing, not you. You just need to accompany this body and do nothing. Just know the breathing. Don't control the breathing. And at the same time, keep your middle axis of the body straight. You can simply imagine your head is hanging in the air. And all the other parts of the body are relaxed and dropping down. And with every breath you take, let your body settle down. Now your joints are relaxed and dropping down. And the inner organs are relaxed and dropping down. the whole body is slowly settling down in the posture, in the upright posture. Just sit quietly with your eyes open. Relax your heart. Keep your awareness intensive. Your attention should be easeful, but yet intensive. Intensive into every present moment. Into the more refined details of this breathing body. It is not concentration. It is effortless. It's just like you are sacrificing your awareness to this body. You uh, surrender yourself to this breathing body. And when your mind and this body becoming more and more united, the details will be unfold to you naturally. And you just need to stay with the body in a gentle way. And don't disturb anything in this body. Treat your body as something most respectful for you. when your awareness becomes more and more continuous, and you see more details of this body, and the breathing is continuous, is flowing, but the middle axis is still and stable. It's just like a mountain in the breeze of wind. And breathing is just like the breeze. And this middle axis of the body is just like a mountain. Now let your mind stay with this mountain and know the wind. And when you find that your awareness is continuous and stable, then you can close your eyes. Relax your whole body and make it empty. And within the form of the body, it is empty space. And the air is flowing in and out continuously. And they are not under your control. They are the natural wind. And then you can withdraw your eyesight. Let it come back to your eyes. Relax your eyes. and unfocus your eyes. And keep your eyes unfocused in the breathing. And when your eyes are relaxed, then you can draw back your attention back to the third eye chakra. So now it's just like you're looking at the inner screen in your brain area. Observe whether there's some agitation here. And the thoughts are actually the images and noises in the screen. Our brain is a cinema. So now you can look at this screen and wait for its next thought. Now you don't need to stop the thoughts, but just know in time. And once you know it's already in the past, just let go and come back to the screen. And now it is empty again. So you just wait here for the next thought again. Don't be repressive or resistant to the thoughts. Be curious. You can ask yourself, when will the next thought come? So that you can know immediately and let go immediately. It is a game of knowing. And when you are waiting in the emptiness, stay with the breathing. And let your brain relax. Be alert to the next thought and relax when you're waiting. Try to find the balance between the alertness and relaxation. Be relaxed and alert. And allow the breathing to flow naturally. And every out breath, let this brain be relaxed more. With every out breath, let this brain be well settled a little bit more. But at the same time, remain alert to the next thought. And when the alertness becomes natural, then you can explore deeper into the brain to see whether there are some tension somewhere. Feel the tension, breathe out, relax. And also to see whether there are some tiredness inside. When you find the tiredness in the brain, just let it be released. And let it come up to the surface. Don't resist the tightness. And this brain is tired. You can simply allow it to sleep. And with every out breath, let this brain to sleep deeper. Explore more tension or tiredness in the brain and release them. This is the way to relax deeper. Relaxation is to unflow the tension. To unfold the tiredness. And when they come up to you, it is kind of the release of the inner tension. When the inner tension is more released, then you feel more relaxed. So relaxation is not a plus, it is a minus. When you can find more tension and release more tension, that means you are relaxed deeper. And you feel that your brain sleeps deeper. It is completely still and stable. And you just like a mother taking care of this sleeping brain. Don't disturb it. Accompany it, but don't disturb it. Accompany it every moment. Stay with this silent brain intensively. Let your mind drop deeper into the silence of the brain. It should be easeful yet intensive. And it is effortless. And finally, you'll be absorbed into the peace of the brain, or dissolve into it. relax deeper into the peaceful brain. And enjoy this peaceful moment. Now the brain is more stable, then you can be less alert and more enjoy. Enjoy every breath here. Enjoy every moment. That is pray. Be completely relaxed and be lazy to think. You can imagine that every thought is so heavy to take out. Enjoy this peaceful moment. And when you feel that your brain is stable, then you can just leave it here. Sink into the heart chakra. Feel deep into the heart. see whether there are tension or agitation or not. When you find the tension somewhere in your heart, face it, don't escape. It may appear to you as some kind of weight or hardened parts. I embrace this heavy or hard area of your heart. Accept them and relax them. It's just a good wish or invitation to relax. It's not controlling, nor a request. Even they don't relax, it's fine. And you can imagine that your sunlight simply come and give you light and warmth to this heart chakra. You don't expect any return or any result. Just offer your brightness and warmth to it. Just shine on it like the sunshine and disturb nothing. And slowly, little by little, there's the softness arises in the heart. Just continue, be a sunshine. Just accompany it. Let the softness arise in the deepest part in the heart. Just like the melting of ice. Let the softness unfold in the heart chakra. Just accompany it with kind awareness. Don't disturb. And now the breathing is the wave in the heart chakra. It is soft and gentle. And let all the tension dies off with the gentle wave. Just let this gentle breeze and the warm sunlight soften your heart. Disturb nothing. It is not me to relax the heart chakra. It is nature. Let the heart chakra to relax more and more. And be lazy to have any wants. Wanting is heavy for the heart. And let it be lazy and tired to want. And enjoy this peaceful moment without want. And when the heart chakra is stable, then we can just leave it here. And you can sink into the space of lower abdomen. Here, there is a gentle serenity. Relax into this gentle serenity. Absorb into the serenity. And you find that even the motivation becomes heavy. rest deeply in this gentle serenity. Be lazy to move, be lazy to do anything. And now let us transfer the merit in the mind. May this merit of meditation worship all the goodness in our mind. And may this mind grow in goodness. Grow on the path of enlightenment. And may all sentient beings can share this merit. May they all can grow in goodness. Grow on the path of enlightenment. Okay, slowly feel your body and move your body. Be present to this moment. Accompany you with yourself. Feel this body its exterior movement or interior movements. And And obviously, it is not something belong to us. It is just a group of materials. And everything happening inside is conditional. It breathes, its heart beats, and actually it happens itself. And the thoughts are also just some movements in the brain. And the emotions are the movements in the heart. And all these phenomena happen with the presence of consciousness. And this is the awe of this person. And what we call me, just meaning to all these phenomena. You just look at it clearly, deeply. Feel it deeply. And then you can clearly notice that it is not me. And when the thoughts arise in your brain, look at it, be aware of it. Now there are thoughts, but there's not me thinking. There may be some uh, so driving forces in your heart, and we call this emotions. Right? It happens when we want to do something, want to speak, or want to think. Such wanting is an emotion. It is the driving forces of this person. But they are just forces. It's not me wanting this or wanting that. So look at it as a it, not mine. When you feel happy, don't think that I am happy. You can describe it as there is happiness. And saying when you are sad, just think that there is sadness. They are just driving forces. And these forces, they are up and downs. They come and go. I simply observe it without being involved. Then you find that actually it's a it. It's a it, not me. When you can see all these three parts as not me, then you are free a lot. It is easier for us to think that this body is not me. Because it is more obvious, it is coarse, easier to be noticed. But the thoughts and emotions, they seem more closer to us. So they are difficult to be seen as not me. But when our mind is peaceful and mindful, we can try it. When you are listening to me now, actually there are thoughts in the brain. Delete the concept of me. Don't think that I am listening to Ajahn Yu. When you delete the concept of me, then you simply find that there are thoughts coming and going. Can you see the difference between the sentence going and sentence stop? Feel the difference between this situation in your brain. When you see the changes, and these are the changes of thoughts. And describe it as there are thoughts, not I am thinking. We need to practice more, then we will be more familiar to this perspective. Then this time, it will be not that easy to be engaged by your thoughts. Some thoughts are active and some thoughts are passive. Mm. Just like breathing, actually. Sometimes we can breathe actually, actively control the way of breathing. And sometimes it just happens passively. Mm. There are thoughts, but no thinker. Try to observe them in this way. And in the same way, we do it to the emotions. Sometimes they are liking or disliking emotions. When you find the pain in your legs, observe the disliking emotion. It's just like a force in your chest. But they just come and go. And when you pay attention to something you like, for example, now you can imagine the food you like most. And pay attention to the area of heart chakra. When you're thinking this, is there any change in your heart chakra? Feel it. You can do this experiment more. Uh, intentionally think something you like or dislike. Then, and when you are thinking, pay attention to your heart chakra. And describe them as they are emotions. Or they are wantings. But not I want or I don't want. Do you see the difference? So this is a practice to see the wantings or emotions as not me. Or to see the Vedana, the feelings, are not me. And you need to practice more before you become more familiar to this perspective. If you don't practice this, and you are so used to be engaged into the emotions. Once you want something or don't want something, you immediately think that I want, I don't want. Rather than there is wanting. So this is to practice the feeling of strangeness to your own thoughts and wantings. Uh, and uh, when, when you practice more and more, then you feel strange to all these running thoughts or pushing or pulling forces in your chest. Uh, the liking emotion is kind of pulling force, and disliking emotion is kind of pushing force. For something you like to pull it closer to you. For something you don't like, you like to push it and to be away from you. So actually, the wants are just these pulling and pushing forces. And you can also see the thoughts and emotions, they are working and reinforcing each other. Just like in our previous experiment, when you intentionally think something, some kind of food you like, then there's wanting forces. The wanting force arises in your heart. And when there's wanting force in the heart, it will drive your brain to think more details of it. And when there are more details, then you want more. So they are reinforcing each other. And for the case of aversion, it works the same. When you think of someone you don't like, you hate, then there's this wanting force in your chest. This is what I said, the pushing force. You want to push it away. And we call this aversion. But when you don't want that object, and when you but you actually not stop thinking, your brain actually think more about that person you don't like. Because you are attached to the emotion. Once you are attached to the emotion, then the emotion will drive your brain to think more And when you think more, then you are emotional more. So they are reinforcing each other, the brain-heart circulation. So you can try to do the experiment like this and observe the changes in your brain and in your heart. And try to observe them as not me. They are just the changes in this body. And with such practice, you'll be more and more sensitive to the brain and the heart without being involved. Mm. Then at least you can you can observe the rupa, vedana, sanya, and also the sankhara, the four khandhas. The rupa means this body, and there are sankhara in this body. We call it kaya sankhara. That means all the movements or activities of this body. And sanya is in your brain. It means the functions of memory, functions of the perception, conceptualization. These are the functions of sanya. And when you think, the sanya is working with the sankhara. And it is the vaci sankhara. It retrieves the memory of language and concepts from the sanya and make it working, make it active. And we call this vaci sankhara. That means the speech, the speech formation. And when you are observing your heart chakra, there are feelings, the vedana, together with sankhara. The feelings means the feeling good or feeling bad, feeling happy, feeling sad, and they are emotional feelings. And the formation of the emotional formation is of sankhara. It is the force, the pushing or pulling forces. So actually from these three areas, you can observe all the three kinds of sankharas. The mental sankhara, mental formation, includes Vedana and Sanya. But the Vaci sankhara is also related to the Sanya, also in the brain. And these three kinds of formations are actually all the phenomena of life. And when you are knowing all this, it is a consciousness knowing. So consciousness and the phenomena happens and cease together. Without consciousness, there are no phenomena. And without phenomena, there are no consciousness. So actually, these three areas, when you know in these three areas, you are knowing the five aggregates. And observe them from the perspective of non-self. Just delete the concept of me and replace it as there is ... Uh, so when you observe in this way more and more, then you feel that this person is a stranger to you. Then you feel more and more disengaged. Okay, any question?
저기 카나 오늘 좀 늦게 온 거에 대해서 한국 분들한테 죄송하다고 말씀드리고 영어로도 사람들한테 좀 얘기를 하는 게 좋을 것 같아. 제가 예, 깜빡하고 운동하러 나갔다가 늦었습니다. 죄송합니다. 아, 네. 음, 다음에는 알람을 꼭 켜서.
Okay, that's fine.
질문. 내가
Ah,
질문할 게 있는데,
ah,
예, 그, 이 생각과 느낌이 이제 내가 아니다라고 아잔 교수님께서 말씀을 하셨는데, 이제 약간 헷갈리는 게, 우리가 생각과 느낌이 일어나는 것은 이제 자아라는 것이 있기 때문에, 자아에 대한 집착이 있기 때문에 가능한 거잖아요. 그러니까, 그럼에도 불구하고 이게 내가 아니라는 거는, 그거는 자아에 대한 집착일 뿐이고, 진짜 나는 아니다. 라고 받아들이면 되는 건지, 그거에 대해서 한번 좀, 질문을 해줘. 그러니까 그것 때문에 생각과 느낌이 일어나는 건데, 이제 아잔 교수님께서 이것은 이 생각과 느낌은 내가 아니다. 라고 말씀을 하신 것의 의미는 이제 그것은 자아에 대한 집착일 뿐이지, 진짜 자아라든지 나라는 건 없다라는 거를 이제 이렇게 알라는 말씀으로 이해를 하면 되냐, 거지. 아니, 그러니까 그 자아에 대한 집착 때문에 우리의 생각과 느낌이 일어나는 거잖아. 그치. 근데 아잔 예수님께서 말씀을 하실 때 생각과 느낌이 내가 아니다라고 이제 그렇게 보라고 말씀을 하셨잖아. 그까진 됐어? 그것의 의미가, 어? 이제 우리의 생각과 느낌은 자아에 대한 집착에서 일어나는 건데, 그거는 하나의 집착일 뿐이고, 진짜 나는 아니다. 라는 의미냐, 이거지.
No, what you're saying is that our thoughts and emotions are just attachment to the ego, and it's not really us.
Mm. Yeah. We are attaching to all the functions of this person as me. But actually, they
그래서
are functions only.
우리는 이제 이 사람의 기능을 나라고 생각하는데 사실상 그것은 그저 기능일 뿐입니다.
The functions of knowing, functions of doing, functions of thinking, feeling, and functions of the body.
그래서 알고 생각하고 느끼고 몸의 기능일 뿐입니다.
음,
Okay.
오케이.
음.
Any more questions?
질문 있으신가요?
질문 있으신가요? Yes, Sarah.
Jan, when I want to ask about meditation, when the mind arises to um, pay attention to the breath, it is easy if the mind is already relaxed and clear, and then it can kind of like just continue to just observe the breath. But sometimes in between or even at the beginning of the session, the mind is usually it's at in the middle of the meditation. For example, if it's already like quite settled and we are already at the heart chakra area, like the mind is not just the mind. I feel that the mind is stick to a lot of babbles or I don't know what is that emotion not emotions. I think it's thoughts, but they are wordless. So it becomes three things: is the mind, it's the thoughts or some stray thoughts and the breath. So sometimes if these thoughts are so strong, they are just so distracting, and I will just give up of the meditation because I cannot differentiate out the mind and the mind and the thoughts are just sticking together.
Oh. So you need to relax your brain more. So when your brains are well settled and it is completely lazy to think, there will be no thinking at all. So you can rest your brain more because it's kind of accumulation. So it's not just by doing 1 or 2 times, being peaceful for 1 or 2 hours. When you relax your brain for days, for weeks, for months, for years, then it will actually change the biological situation in your brain. There was some physical change, and your brain will be more stable. Uh, and 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 after that, you naturally you'll be less. You have less thoughts, or at least will be less distractive to you.
Yes. Because I cannot even see what are the thoughts or make words out of the thoughts. I just know that the mind is kind of like cloudy. There's something, yeah.
Yeah, it is still agitation. It's also a kind of agitation without words, but just kind of vibration, unsettledness. So you need to relax. When you need to find it out, face it, and relax it.
Thank you, Anjang.
And the skill of thinking that let the brain be lazy to think is a very powerful self-hypnosis. It is powerful, and we can use it in the meditation to settle the brain. Translation?
좀 도와줄 수 있어?
제대로 못 들었는데.
그러니까 이제 이분이 명상할 때 이제 뭔가 생각은 하는 것 같은데 그렇다고 해서 그 생각도 제대로 보는 게 아니고 이제 뭐 구름처럼 생각이 있다 이렇게 됐는데 아잔 교수님께서 좀 더 이제 들떠 있는 상태이기 때문에 이제 좀 더 이 뇌를 이완할 필요가 있고 뇌가 이완하다 보면 한 번은 이완으로 그치는 게 아니고 계속 1년, 2년, 3년 그걸 유지하다 보면 뇌의 이제 생물학적인 구성이 바뀌기도 한다라고 하셨습니다.
Okay. No more questions. See you next week.
그럼 이제 질문 없으시면 다음 주에 보겠습니다. Let's pay respect to Ajahn.
감사합니다.
Thank
you. Bye bye.
감사합니다.
Thank you, Ajahn.